Hai and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and selamat sejahtera. So now we are going to proceed for our Taklim UED102 October 2020. Previously, you have learned about note taking. And next one, you're going to learn about the academic integrity. So, for today's class, we are going to learn about academic integrity and performance. Can you see the picture on on the screen? So this is example of a student who was cheating in the test. Now, in topic 7, we are going to deal with the students' academic integrity and performance. Therefore, in this section, students are exposed to what is plagiarism, the common types of plagiarism, and how to prevent plagiarism when writing their assignment, paper, or report. So, we are going to learn what is plagiarism and what is considered as plagiarism and how you as a student to prevent plagiarism. So the word plagiarism is actually an act of presenting another person's work or idea as your own. For example, your friend doing what we call a model of a program, and then you claim that model of a program is belong to you, it's not to your friend. So you are claiming the model of that program as yours, not your friend. Okay, this is what we call an act of presenting another person's work or idea as your own. So this is the definition of plagiarism. Okay, when we see of this cartoon, okay, the student is argue with his teacher that what's wrong with his assignment because he copy everything from the internet. So when you are copying everything from the internet, we call it as a plagiarism, even though the fact is true according to the internet, but again, you are copying everything directly from the internet. Okay, so this one is according to the INCA UITM. Okay, the student need to know what is plagiarism and how to avoid it. Okay, so how do you know that do you know that you have committed the act of plagiarism? If you, the first one, when you take, use, steal, produce, and pass off another person's thoughts, writings, ideas, and inventions as one own. Okay, so this is the first one. The second one is you present as a new and original an idea or product that you buy or obtain from reported findings. Number 3, you quote, paraphrase, or borrow someone's idea. Number 4, you summarize an author's work in your paper. Next one, you download, copy, and paste a paper or section thereof from the internet. I do believe majority of you do this. You download, copy, and paste everything from the internet, just like the previous cartoon that I have shown you. Next one, you insert or substitute phrases and parts of an original text into your own work. And last one, you translate an original text or parts of it. So you can do all these things actually, but it is called plagiarism when you did not acknowledging or crediting the original source. For example, if you copy everything from the internet, for example, you are going to explain about the fact of Malaysia. So Malaysia was what we call Malaysia was the Independent Day of Malaysia is on in 1959. So you just state it like that. But this is what we call, you need to acknowledge according to whom the Malaysia is independent. Okay, so you need to state it, the original source of that statement. Next one. Okay, so what is plagiarism? Plagiarism is dishonesty, misconduct, theft, cheating, unethical, unfair to you and others, undermine the rights of honest student, and violation of UED102 academic regulation. So, plagiarism is wrong morally and legally. Okay? And according to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, lying leads to immorality, and immorality leads to hellfire. So a man will keep telling lies and striving to tell lies until he is recorded with Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam as a liar. Okay? So, it is better for you to fail in originality than succeed in imitation. So, these are the posters that provided by UTM, and the main top management asked us to provide this to the student to avoid the student to make the plagiarism. And the last one. For UED1, the plagiarism is very serious in academic offense. So what happened when you plagiarize? Plagiarite. Okay, the first one, you will fail grade for your work. Okay, when you are caught teaching in the class, in the test, or in the quizzes, you will fail your grade. Or you can be suspension of your academic session. You can withdraw or revocation of your degree, or you can expulsion from the university. Therefore, UED1 takes serious view of plagiarism. So in 2010, 3 students were found guilty of plagiarism. 1 student was expelled and 2 were suspended for a semester. Okay, this resource is from IPSIS UED1. So this is example when you are copying something, a fact, but you acknowledge the author. So the author, the original source is from IPSIS UED1. Next one. These are activity for the student. In order for you to avoid the plagiarism, when you copy you copy the fact from the internet, you need to paraphrase. Okay, how to paraphrase? Okay, I'm going to give you these 2 links for paraphrasing for you to do some exercise. Okay, so you can do this one and you can make exercise for this one. About the referencing exercises, the APAC style, okay, you're going to learn this both in your English class. Okay, they will teach you and let you know how to make the paraphrasing correctly and how to make the references correctly. Okay, this is example of the paraphrasing practice quiz. So you just click this link and do it by yourself as an exercise for you. Now, let's proceed to the last one. Next, the topic is calculating grade point average. Okay. So, this final session explains to the student how to calculate grade point average or GPA and cumulative grade point average CGPA. Okay, GPA is for the current semester and CGPA cumulative is for the cumulative semester. For example, you are in part 3, so your CGPA will be calculated from semester 1, semester 2 and semester 3. Okay, so we are going to know what is a brief discussion on GPA or CGPA, and I'm going to show you the table 1 GPA calculation, and next one discuss on how to calculate GPA and CGPA, and then lastly we are going to discuss on status of what dismiss D that can be given to the student. Okay, so this is GPA calculation. If you get an A plus or A, okay, this is the mark for A, you will get the calculation of 4.0, or in other words, we call it as 4 flat. For A minus, you will get 3.67. B plus, 3.33. B, the marks between 65 to 69, you will get 3.0. Okay, B minus, the marks between 60 to 64. Okay, the scale is 2.67. C plus, the marks between 55 to 59 and the scale is 2.33. And C, when you get the C, you only pass the paper, so the marks between 50 and 54 and the scale is 2.00. C minus, D plus, D, E and F, you fail the subject. So C minus, marks between 47 and 49 and the scale is 1.67. Okay, so the rest are the marks for the subject that you fail. So for pass, you need to get a C. So this is how you are going to calculate GPA and CGPA. Okay, so every semester students receive GPA based on the grades they earn in all their courses during the semester. So for that semester, if we have 7 subjects, so we need to calculate that 7 subjects. So for part 1, we call it as GPA. Okay, so the formula used for the calculation of GPA is as follows. The total credit value registered and attempted in the assessment of a semester, and the total credit units acquired in the same semester. Okay, so to find GPA weighted by credit hours, follow this step. Multiply each numeric grade value by the number of credits the course was worth, and then add these numbers together. Divide the total number of credits you took, and your CGPA is 3.5. Okay, for example here is 3.67 means the student get an A minus, and the credit hour is 3. So 3.67 times 3, you plus 3.33, you get B plus times 2, the credit hour is 2, and then you divide to the credit, total credit unit, which is 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay, so this one 11.01 plus 6.66 divide to 5, this is your CGPA. Okay, so I'm going to show you this one to make you a clear understanding on how you are going to calculate your GPA. For example, for part 1, you take subject OBM 100, OBM 121, OBM 131, Math 121, CTU 101, HBU 101. Okay, so this is the credit hour, or in other words, the credit unit that you take. The credit unit for 100 is 3, 121 4, 131 3, Math 3, CTU 2, and HBU 1. Okay, so for OBM 100, you get A minus, so 3.67. When you get an A, it means 4 flat, 4.00. OBM 131, you get A minus, 3.67. Math, you get B plus, 3.33. And CTU, you get C, 2.00. And last one is HBU, get an A, means 4 flat. Okay, so this is the scale for the grade that you get here, and times the credit hour. So the credit hour is 3, okay, 4, 3, okay, 3, same here, 2, and 1. Okay, so you need to calculate this one times. Okay, so this is the total for this one. When you get the total for this one is 56.01. So you need to divide by this one, the total of the credit unit that you take this semester. So 56.01 divide to 16. So your GPA is 3.50. Why GPA? Because this GPA is for the current semester. Okay, so when you get 3.50, you get the Dean list, or in other words, we call it as Anugerah Dekan. Next, what happened in semester 2? So now you took OBM 145, 172, 182, COM 165, CTU 121, and HBU 121. This is just an example. So you get an A minus, you get B plus, A, B plus, and A. Okay, so again, the red one is according to the grade that you get. When you get an A, you get 4.00 times 3. This is 3. A minus 3.67, B plus 3.33, A 4.00 or 4 flat, B plus 3.33, and lastly 4 flat. Okay, so this is the total marks. Okay, 4 times 3, 12, 3.67 times 4, 14.68. And the total is 59.33. Okay, this is the GPA for semester 2. So 59.33, you divide this one, the current unit for semester 2. So your GPA for semester 2 is 3.71. Okay, so how you are going to calculate the GPA? So you just can two ways. The first way is you total up your this one, okay, the total unit 56.01 plus 59.33 divide to 32, or you can 3.50 you plus 3.71 and then divide to 2. So your CGPA cumulative grade, okay, you will get 3.61. Okay, this is how you are going to calculate your CGPA and GPA. Okay, so now we need to know what is the failure and dismissal. Okay, student with extremely unsatisfactory academic performance will or can be dismissed from his or her studies. Okay, the study of dismiss D that can be given to the student include, so this is according to the table 2 academic status. D1 is when the CGPA of a student is less than 1.80. So you will get the result of D1 on your examination result. D2, a CGPA of less than 1.80 with P1 status. D3, a CGPA of less than 2.00 with P2 status. D4, you fail a certain course for the third time. For example, you took maths for the third time and then you fail the maths subject. So you will get D4. Okay. D5 is CGPA less than 2.00 at the end of the maximum period of the study and still have courses which have not been completed. In other words, you are in the last semester but your CGPA is less than 2.00. Okay. D6, you pass all courses required by a program and fulfill all the requirement of the program but acquire a CGPA less than 2.00. In other words, you have completed your diploma but again, you get your certificate for diploma with D6. And D7, you did not sit for examination for all registered courses for that semester without the approval of university. So, I'm going to give you these notes, the PDF version, so that you can refer again and again for this starting from this semester or the end of the semester. So these are the activities for you to do. You need to calculate the CGPA and GPA. Okay, I'm going to give you another document for you to complete your GPA and CGPA calculation. So my wish is all the best and luck for you for this semester. And again, if you score A and A plus, the scale is 4.0 and it will help you to get a dean list when you have a lot of A's. Okay, thank you so much and see you again next semester. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and thank you.